Now, this is the last question that I'm going to handle. It is one of the easiest, and students normally have a challenge in answering. So let's read it together. During heating of hydrated copper 2 sulfate, the following were obtained. The mass of evaporating dish is equal to this one. Mass of evaporating dish plus hydrated salt is that. Mass of evaporating dish plus anhydrous salt is that. Calculate the number of water of crystallization. Now, there are some very basic concepts that I want us to grasp. Now, when I say hydrated, what do I mean? It has some water molecules, but I don't know the number of the water molecules. That is why I included this value x. This is the unknown value x. That is the number of water of crystallization that I'm supposed to calculate. So when I say hydrated, it contains water molecules. And when I say anhydrous, it lacks the water molecules. That is why at some point in time, I say anhydrous. It misses the water molecules. So let us discuss it together. Now, after knowing those concepts, I have the mass of evaporating dish alone is 300.0 grams. Mass of evaporating dish plus hydrated salt is 305.0 grams. Now from there, I can get the mass of the hydrated salt. Now, how do I get the mass of the hydrated salt? I'll say 305.0 minus 300.0. So when I take the difference, the answer will be 5.0 grams. Now, after having such a value, how do I calculate the mass of anhydrous salt? Now, if I have the mass of evaporating dish plus the anhydrous salt to be that one, how do I get the mass of the anhydrous salt? I will take 303.2 gram. I will subtract 300.0 gram. Remember, the 300.0 gram is the mass of the evaporating dish. And when I get the difference, the answer will be 3.2 grams. Now, how do I get mass of water in the hydrated salt? Keep it in mind that the hydrated salt is 5.0 gram and anhydrous salt is 3.2 grams. So how do I get the mass of water in the anhydrous salt? I will take 5.0 minus 3.2 grams. So what will be the answer? So when I punch that one in my calculator, I will have 1.8 grams of hydrated salt. So I have the following figures. The mass of anhydrous salt to be this one, meaning it is copper 2 sulfate without water of crystallization, and the mass of water that was lost when copper 2 sulfate was heated. I can even try to write the equation for the reaction. This is what might have happened when copper 2 sulfate is heated. When hydrated copper 2 sulfate is heated, I don't know the number of water molecules. It is normally a reversible reaction. So when you heat and when you cool it, it will form anhydrous copper 2 sulfate. And the number of water molecules are lost. So this is what we want to calculate. Now, MR represents the molar mass of water. And how do I calculate the molar mass of water? Hydrogen is 2 times 1, because the molar mass of hydrogen is 1 from there, and then plus 16, the answer will be 18.0 grams of water. How about molar mass of copper 2 sulfate? Copper itself is 64.5 plus sulfur is 32 plus oxygen is 16 times 4, and the total will give me 160.5 grams per mole. So those are the molar masses of water and molar mass of copper 2 sulfate. So from there, I go back and draw that table of mine. Remember, I want to get the number of molecules of water or water of crystallization. So in this case, I will write compounds. Let me just abbreviate it as that. So anhydrous copper 2 sulfate and water. Now, how do I get the masses? The mass of anhydrous copper 2 sulfate, we said it was 3.2 grams. How about the mass of water? It was 1.8 grams. Next, I get the number of moles. And how do I get the number of moles? I'll take the mass divided by the molar mass. So I'll take 3.2 grams divided by the molar mass of copper is 160.5 grams per mole. This is 18 grams divided by 1.8 divided by 18 grams per mole. Now, this will cancel and I'll remain with moles only. So when I punch for copper 2 sulfate in the calculator, I will have 0.0199 moles of copper 2 sulfate. And in case of water, I will have 0.1 moles of copper. So when I punch for that one in the calculator, I will have, so when I punch this in the calculator, I'll have 0.1 moles of water, and then I divide by smallest. So when I divide by smallest, I'll have, this one is the smallest as compared to this one, divide by 0.0199 moles. I'll have 0.0199 moles, and therefore means that the ratio will be equivalent to 1 to. So when I divide 0.01 and the other one, I will have 5. So after getting this value 2, it means that the value of x will be equivalent to 5. And therefore the general equation or the general formula of copper 2 sulfate hydrated will be copper 2 sulfate dot 5 molecules of water. So the water of crystallization will be equivalent to 5. So this is how simply we calculate questions dealing with molecular formula and empirical formula. So this brings me to the end of that first chapter of the mole concept. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure that I receive some comments from you guys. Thank you very much. God bless you.